Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Sacer Events Rival Battles 004 interview for an upcoming race. I'm joined by Labrys and Rev today. How are you both doing? Lab, how are you on this fine day?
I'm doing good.
Lab's doing good. Rev, how are you feeling?
Feeling great.
Feeling great, feeling good, feeling all
Great.
sorts of things in the build up to this one because this is going to be our first ever title defense that we're going to have on Rival Battles because we've got these two going head to head against each other in Silver Story. A bit of a weird format for this race, I can't lie, but that we've come up with. But let's talk about that a little bit before we get into anything else. So the format is going to be one NCW race and well, no, it's all one race, but the race consists of one NCW run and two any percent runs, and the final time of all of that is what we're gonna have. So interesting. Why did we decide to do this again?
Silver NCW is notoriously a very difficult category to play well because it's like silver gains and loses time in increments of 10 seconds. So if you mess up anything, you are often forced to just restart the entire stage because a lot of his speed tech is based around objects and you only have one typically that you can do it off of.
And so we've ended up going with the natural solution, which is to just add more. So
Yeah.
silver
See,
any
best of
percent.
3 would have taken too long, but
No, I
This,
wouldn't.
is that smack
But
talk? Is that smack talk that I'm hearing already?
that'd be fine. I could do three in a row if needed.
I mean, I could do 3 in a row, but I don't think the schedule could take it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
True. It's like 35 plus 35 plus 35.
It's like an hour and a half if we go to
Yeah.
game 3.
Yeah.
It could work, but it also could. We saw what happened last time with the Rival Battles free schedule. That went like an hour, an hour behind schedule. So,
Oh
uh,
boy. Yeah. No.
in the interest of not keeping people up until like 11 p.m. American time,
Yeah.
we've decided to go with this format. It's gonna be interesting, but we've
I think it's a good equalizer because any percent is like the most consistent part of the run. So,
yeah,
unless you do the dumb shit, which neither of us will do, I'm sure.
there's a pretty nice opportunity to show off that version of any Sonic 06 run. Really, we haven't really had too many chances to show off any percent runs so far. So.
Yeah, they're typically a lot more volatile because they're shorter and therefore they've been pushed more. So,
Yeah. It's a lot more detail work. Because you have just less to do. Like you will
Mhm.
you have,
take
you have less
way
video
before.
games, so you have to optimize the video game even harder.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
definitely be interesting to watch that one play out. But we've had both of you on here before, Rev. This is actually the third time that we've got you on here. Third time in a row. You're turning into the new
True,
spacebar.
yeah.
So, yeah. So you are going into this. You've had two races previously. You've had the Sonic Project 06 race with Stelma. You've had the Shadow. No, it was a Sonic NCW race against Loke.
Yep.
And now Silver Story. So you've kind of been on a little bit of a grand tour what with the Shadow tournament lately as well. So we've been seeing you in different avenues of '06 with Silver Story. What's the history here? What's sort of the story with your category, with this category?
So, fun fact, I fucking hated Silver NCW at first. I had the biggest hate boner for it because I only ran any percent and I did not understand like any of the late game stages. But like
Hmm.
over time, I just started to IL the game more, and I was like, wait, this is actually I was skill issuing this whole time. Um, so I think in like November I started doing runs of the category, and they were bad, and then I just got better
That's all it takes.
just through doing runs.
And so
Yeah.
NCW. So you've gotten to a point where right now on emulator, I think, are you currently the emulator world record holder?
Rev holds
On
record, yes.
emulator, yeah, I'm about
On it.
20 seconds out from console record.
I see. Okay, so yeah, so emulator wise, you've definitely sort of climbed up the ranks pretty well, and just generally as well. You've also done quite well on the console side
Yeah,
of things, I
I'm
believe as well.
top 5 in every category
Mm.
on emulator.
Yeah, so can't fault that at all. But generally, sort of where you are, you mentioned there you're 20 seconds off console world record. Are there further goals for you with Silver NCW? I know you got a lot that you're sort of looking at right now with Project 06 and other stuff involved as well, but for silver NCW and I guess just the kind of silver categories in general, is there anything further that you want to push for?
I mean, Silver is currently in a position where it's like because of the fact that Sonic Skip is like so new and only two people, actually three, me, Lab, and Maddie have done it in runs. It's like that's
4,
another 40-second time save. 4?
Who's the fourth?
technically. Focus.
Oh, right. Right. Okay, I forgot about Focus. Focus did the old degen Sonic Skip method, but now it's
Yeah,
like free.
now it's
Um,
much more approachable, yeah.
yeah, it's like in like okay, so previous world record, Nick's 2858, which stood for like a year. That had like a 149 Kingdom Valley.
149.
149. I got a 103 in an all stories like a week ago.
Yeah.
So it's like
Levels
that's a
dropped.
40-second time save that very few people have implemented, along with the fact that every Silver World record up to this point has had at least 2 meltdowns. Like, we have a joke that it's impossible to have a Silver run without at least 2 meltdowns, but my goal is to get one that doesn't have any major time losses. Which is a lofty goal, but I hope
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can do it. Because that's like 26 IGT, 27 loadless territory.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And Lab, over to you then. So, obviously, we saw you here back on Rival Battles 1 in that main event against Focus. And you've kind of been going heavy on the Silver story since then, really. Well, you have done since, I should say. Obviously, you've gotten to the point now where you've got that record, which you were grinding for a very long time. So, how have the last sort of months for you been with the categories?
Billy. I've been doing a lot of other things. Only recently have I come back to play emulator, Silver. And not just because of the rival battle, it's just because I want the sweep. For a little bit. I feel like I could probably take it again, but it requires some work, and work I shall put in. But mainly I've been taking a break ever since I got console record. I put the 360 away, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, like taking 25 seconds to reset is not the greatest thing in the world when you can reset as soon as, but not limited to like 5 seconds into the run because your bot breaks.
Yeah.
So, definitely, I'm proud of what I've done. I know I can keep going in console. I won't. Uh, but yeah, I've been just doing a lot of other stuff. Um, I hope it hasn't put too much rust on me. I don't think it has. It might have. Who knows?
We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, you talked about that grind there for that world record. It was kind of one of the, I think one of the things which kind of every head across multiple communities kind of started to turn your way because it was a real effort, a real grind. And how did that sort of feel when you finally got it? Because I can imagine the relief.
Yeah, no, it was relief more than anything else. I'm just like it's like when I
Freedom.
got a 44 um RTA, which is about 2-ish minutes, like it was a high 44, so it was about 2 minutes slower than what I have right now. When I first got that time, I'm like, I could probably aim for 43. It wasn't a world record immediately kind of thing. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna bot focus. I'm gonna take second place. I'm gonna be happy with that. And then I looked at the run, and I just kept saying to myself, I could do better. Until I was within striking distance of record, and I'm like, whoa, I could record. Um, it wasn't like a something I had in my sights from the very beginning, but it is something that kind of resolved the whole category for me on console. Like there was no further milestone that I saw that was like reasonable to get because I have a 28 load list. I have record. It could be pushed lower. I don't necessarily want to because it's just like where do you go from here?
Hmm.
There's
And
no tangible goalpost for me anymore over there.
well, the one place we can go is obviously right here, right now. This race
Yeah,
coming on up, and obviously it's kind of been, you both have wanted this for a little while. I know you've both mentioned about wanting to go up against the other in this category for a fair few months now, but obviously bit of a different history for both you. Lab been on the scene for much longer than Rev. What's it been like, kind of seeing Rev come up and grow and get so good at the game in the time that they've been in the community, and just kind
it's
of
been
competing
freaking
against you?
scary, but it's also been like great because we got one more person really committed to playing the game, and in the end, like good if my records get bopped some way or another. That means there's competition. That means there's interest. You know,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
to see someone pour as much time as I did, but maybe in a shorter span of time, into Silver NCW was really cool to see.
Yeah.
I feel like I was kind of passing the torch of knowledge back from like Focus and Nick when they started really optimizing the category and brought the 47 down to a low 42 in the days of Trial Skip.
Mm.
Um, Now Trial Skip is gone, but thank God. But it's it's more so of a um and now now when Rev joined the community, I taught them any percent, and they really took off. They took, I think, record within like a few months, like a month to 2 months of me initially introducing them to the category. It was insane. Um, I don't know if it was with or without footage, but definitely beat my run for sure. Um, Several times. Um,
And yeah, go on.
and it's been really cool. Um, I always felt like before people like Rev and Sly and other people showed up, I always felt like I was part of an old guard with nothing really there.
Mm.
I was part of like a old generation, nothing really to pass on. Um, Besides the occasional, let me guide you to the PS6 forums, or let me like redirect you to the person that knows things about Sonic Story, um, which I do not know anything about relative to many other people. Um, and it was definitely more popular for sure. Um, so seeing someone interested in the other stories as well as like just getting so freaking good at them is such a relief to me.
It's like the movie Up, where you have the old man, and then like
Yeah,
the kid shows up at his door, and then they go on some crazy adventure, and Sly Sonic is the dog. So there you
Sly Sonic is definitely
go.
the dog from
Sly is the
So
dog from.
true.
But yeah, there you go.
So
And
true.
Rev, for you, obviously, like you mentioned there, Lab taught you a thing or two in your time so far. But kind of what's it been like? Because this also isn't the first time you've gone up against each other. You obviously went up against each other in the Shadow NCW tournament about a month ago now. Wow, that's gone quick. But yeah,
It's crazy
so
how that run was losers quarters.
hmm.
Jeez, yeah.
But yeah, what's it been like, kind of competing against Lab, learning from Lab, and I don't know, just kind of being a community member alongside Lab?
I don't quite know how to articulate it, but it's like I'm so thankful because it's like every bit, most bits of silver knowledge that I have are just directly from this man. It's like I would know nothing if not for this man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool to like, properly go up against him.
Yeah, 100%. And going up against him, both of you have definitely had a lot of nice tournament experience by this point. Well, I guess for you, Rev, you've had the one tournament, but you did pretty well
The
in
one
it.
tournament. It was cool though. It was cool.
Yeah, and so obviously you've got a lot of race experience and the 3 other rival battles matches, or 2 other rival. Oh no, how many rival battles have you been on? Wait, this is the third.
This is
This
the
is the
third
third.
one. This is the
Right,
third.
and the 2 rival battles matches. So race experience there and Lab. Since that rival battles, has it just been the NCW tournament for you, or have you taken part in any other tournaments? I'm trying to remember.
HST Spring.
That's right, yeah. So, you've obviously got some experience under your belt. And going into this race in particular, like, what's the approach been? Has it been kind of steady practice? I know you said you're coming back not just for the rival battle, but are you kind of feeling like you're getting that D-Rust in? Are you kind of feeling like the confidence is coming back? What's it like for you so far in the sort of build-up to this, Lab?
I feel like it's coming back.
Mhm.
It's not there, but it's coming back. Will it be there in time? I don't know,
We shall find out.
but we'll find out.
And then for you, Rev, same question. Are you kind of feeling like the approach, the build-up is sort of coming together nicely? What have you kind of been focused on?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't run silver in a bit, but seeing as I'm like pretty close to console record, like reasonably, it's like 20 seconds in silver is really not that much. That's one mistake.
Hmm.
So I'm definitely going to be grinding for a console record equivalent in the meantime.
Yeah, well, there you go. And talking to you both a little bit about kind of strengths to your game in this category, or these categories, I guess I should be saying. What are the kind of main things do you feel, Rev, that you're going to have that are going to give you an advantage, that you're going to feel are going to put you in the driving seat ahead of Lab?
I guess part of it is that like I'm used to emulator.
Mhm.
I played on console very briefly. I have a decent console time. It's like a 2944.
Hmm.
But it's like I'm used to the fact that there's no lag, there's no slowdown, and that the loading screens are very short. So it's like I have a slight edge there, but otherwise I don't really know. It's like my Kingdom Valley is better than Labs if it decides to cooperate for me, but
Mhm.
that's about it. I don't know how like our ILs compare.
Oh, there you go. But then the same question to you, Lab. What are going to be the main things that you feel are going to give you a shot at taking this one?
I feel like bar Kingdom Valley, my ILs are consistently better. Bar like I don't know, yeah, Wave Ocean Blaze. I think you take me on. Tropical Jungle, you could probably take me on. But like the thing is, Rev can pop off in ways that I can't. Um, and I can pop off in less ways than Rev can. Um, like Rev takes early game very aggressively, and that could pay off for them, or that could not. It really depends on how the cards fall for both of us. I don't know. We'll see. We have about the same averages, but
Hmm.
our variances are very. My variance I'd like to think is lower, and Red variance, although it has higher highs, is also lower lows.
Wild
So
card.
like, it could be up to like popping off to like a 43 wave Ocean Blaze. I'm like, oh, I have to deal with this.
If I was to ask
so,
both of
so,
you, oh, go on.
something like that.
If I was to
I
ask
could.
both of you, oh,
No,
sorry,
go ahead. No, you're good.
we good? Okay.
Yeah.
If I was to ask both of you, I'll ask Rev first. If you could name one split that you feel is going to be the one to watch you in, what's it going to be?
If I hit the ETDs, Kingdom Valley.
Kingdom Valley, and then the same for you,
Kingdom
Lab?
Valley is either
Oh,
like
go on.
it's a big gatekeeper because it's like console record gets like a 140,
Yeah.
but like you can get sub 1. So it's like a huge time swing split, and it's mostly dependent on like how fast you get the tele launch, do you hit the ETD, how fast you set up Sonic Skip, do you hit the ETD. And the ETDs each save like 15 seconds. So I think that's going to be a very exciting split if both of us go into it even, or even if we don't. Even if one of us is like at
Yeah.
least 20 seconds behind going in, it could be a huge equalizer.
And then for you, Lab, is it the same kind of thing, Kingdom Valley, or is there any other split that you kind of feel is the one to keep an eye on?
I think that's exciting, but I'm just gonna say watch my aquatic base, please.
We'll keep
Yeah,
the
sure.
eyes peeled.
Yeah. That is a very technical stage. There are no telethrows. There's nothing but ETDs and a little bit of combat at the end. I feel very comfortable there. Console record is a 110, which is I think still like third place on the IL boards.
Yeah, the IL record is a 1 flat.
Yeah, and Nick has like a 104. I have a 105. And then I think DSS has a 110 as well. So nothing really new has developed. It's just people have been playing the stage faster. As far as splits to watch both of us on, the whole run doesn't matter until a Bliss 3 happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
The Cocoa
just
Puffs.
I pray to God
Cocoa
neither
Puffs.
of us get 310'd.
Or if we get 310, we get 310s at the same time.
Yeah. It's like sub
Yeah.
2 is kind of whatever. Like it's 23 seconds, but it's not a huge deal in a race. But if you get
Yeah.
310, you're losing 50 seconds.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
that's just tragic. Like you could be ahead by 25 and just lose it all. To someone with average RNG. I think that's going to be a tipping point in the scales, if anything, because plus or minus at least 20 seconds if we get different flavors of RNG. So
Yeah.
that's going to be tense.
So the next
sure.
one, bit of a weird question given the format, but I guess I'll ask you for each of the categories. What time do you need to walk away with the win? I'll ask you, Rev, first.
I would like a 28. I don't think I've ever gotten a 28 like in All Stories. My current All Stories PB has a 2909. But I think that's probably the level I would expect. I mean, it's hard for silver because it's such an inconsistent category, so it's like I just need to be better than Lab. Like
Oh. Uh-oh.
or how Iblis
Oh.
3 treats us.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I want to say if I get a 28 2x or below,
Uh-oh.
um,
Oh. Oh, we're good. I think Discord is having a bit of a moment, but I think we're back.
Discord having a moment.
Mhm.
Are we back?
We are back.
Yeah. All right, yeah. 28 2x or below, and then anything after that would not really matter for me. Provided I hit everything.
Yeah, it's like the any percents are just kind of padding, as long as none of us make any mistakes.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting if we get to the any percents and it's tight, you know. That's going to be pretty funny.
Yeah, that's what's gonna make it interesting.
Because
But I
it's so
very
much
highly
more.
doubt one of us will come back off of the any percents.
Yeah, no, it's 4 pretty consistent splits. To your credit's work, that's pretty easy to execute. Except if you go for barrel, then it gets quite a bit harder.
Can we, gentlemen, to no barrel?
I agree to this.
Yeah.
No.
Barrel sucks. There's a very small barrel you can telethrow off of to get to the MSG NPC slightly faster. It's
But 2
terrible.
seconds at best.
Yeah.
And so the next question. Oh, go on.
It's almost not worth it. But it's what got Focus the sub 10.
Almost not worth it means it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's true. Especially in a fucking 10-minute category. Or 6 minutes because we're on emulator.
This is true. And so the next question then. Obviously we're coming into this. This is one of the 3 title bouts on the card. And it's, like we said, the first title defense. So, Lab, you've beaten Focus. Your challenger is on your right. What's what's it kind of feeling like to be coming in as the, I guess, in brackets, in quotes, favorite, I suppose, but also kind of with someone on the line to play for?
I mean, win or lose, I'll just try and have fun.
Mhm.
I I would like to keep my title. That would
Gotta
be cool,
You gotta keep the roll in the Discord.
but like I see it more as a byproduct of me going faster than like you know like the end all be all for the
Hmm.
race.
Yeah. And then Rev,
You
for
know?
you, second title bout. So a second shot, so to say. We didn't get the PO6 one, but the silver one. How much do you want to make it yours? What are we saying?
I mean, yeah, it's like I want it mostly because Lab is someone I like heavily respect, and I would like to,
Hmm. Get one
yeah,
up.
yeah,
I see.
that kind of thing.
Okay. I'll ask you both because kind of interested to see what kind of things outside of, maybe particularly things outside of Sonic 06 we could see from both of you. But if is there any sort of thing out there in terms of potential categories or matchups for yourself that you would like to maybe dip into? Anybody, or just, you know, any other scenes? I know you're pretty far across the board with the Adventurer Lab. And Rev, I've seen you dip your toe into SA2 every now and then. So, is there any kind of other categories that you maybe would be down to jump into and maybe do a rival battle in? What are you thinking, Rev?
I mean, I'm not good enough at SA2. I still have not played any mech whatsoever. Um, I don't play other video games.
There is only one. But then I
There's only
suppose
Sonic 06.
within Sonic 06 and Project 06, then, is there any other particular category? What is your main category? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's whatever I feel like that week, I guess.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, you've covered a fair few bases already, but
I feel like an all stories race would be kind of sick, but that's like a 2-hour venture.
hmm. Yeah, we could do like an all stories special or something. Maybe have like 3 different games having an all stories race. That could be pretty cool.
I know Aura's done all stories, and he plans to do more all stories, but RPBs are like 9 minutes apart, so I don't know if that's
Could be interesting. Could be
I don't know if
interesting.
that would work out well.
I
And
would like to challenge Ori in all stories because my Sonic is 10 times weaker than his, but my Silver is very strong. My Shadow is very strong. So I think it would be really interesting to see how that pans out.
mm,
Um,
I was just expecting you to say
outside
Billy
of
again.
also, I'm not good enough at Billy to challenge anyone really. Um, Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
Maybe
We'll
summon
get there.
Gabe back from the dead and do a Billy race with him.
I'm pretty sure he's
Even
over at
though he,
GD. Yeah, he's at GDQ right now.
yeah, he GQ. I met him. He's cool. Awesome human.
Holy Giga Chad.
Oh, the Giga Chat.
But then outside of anything else,
Uh, Let me think.
A shadow race would be pretty cool. There's a lot of people you could choose for
we had
that.
a lot of those.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like the
Yeah,
only the only main 06 category we haven't had a rival battle for.
We were close. We were this close, and then Fury
Yeah, and then
evaporated
Fury.
into the sun.
yeah,
Unfortunate.
unfortunately. Um, I want to do all stages against someone.
In 06?
Yeah, Sonic all stages.
All stages, I still need to learn it. I've been doing
It's so
Sonic
cool.
New Game Plus instead.
It's so cool.
Sonic New Game Plus?
Yeah, it's like it's not a real thing, but it's a really cool category where you just edit the file to give yourself upgrades at
Ah,
0%. So you can use
ah,
gems and shit the entire run.
that is
It's
cool.
the, it's like Hero New Game Plus, but not
Ah,
technically legal.
yeah. Maybe,
Yeah. It would be a cool category extension if it was more available because it's like very hard to do that on console.
I see
Yeah.
Gast on the 360 boards there, slightly above you. Maybe that could be an interesting one. Well, obviously
Gas
360.
is Gas is semi-retired.
Hmm. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's bring it back to this one then for a little bit. So we've got a few other matches on this card. A lot of exciting ones for me personally. I'm looking forward to a lot of these. But I want to ask both of you, is there anything on this card that you are looking forward to tuning into? Anything that's definitely going to catch your eye? I'll ask you first,
I
Lab.
love refrag. Oh.
Nixer Refrag, if it's as anywhere near as hype as SST was, like, I would love to see that.
I know, like
Yeah, I agree.
Refrag's. I've been speaking to Refrag, and like, admittedly, he hasn't sounded like the most confident, but like, we all know like what he's capable of. You know,
Yeah.
like he definitely can, and I want to see it. I really like. Obviously, I'm, no bias or anything, but Refrag getting the upset against Nixer is something that would be very cool to see. But we'll see.
I'm friends with both of them, so
Hmm.
Ethmar Mimic is gonna be a a funny match for
Yeah,
sure.
that's an
They're
interesting
both
one.
pretty good at Knuckles. They both have pretty decent PVs, but they're not like top of the line. But do they need to be? No, they
No,
don't.
but they're close to each other, and that's what makes for a good race.
Mimic Speed Shoes could make a return. Who knows?
But
Something crazy like that.
it's funny because that one was originally it was originally going to be an Amy story race between Mimic and Chris, but
Oh yeah.
unfortunately our good friend Chris was unavailable in the end. So we've been blessed with Knuckle,
Yeah.
and it'll hopefully be
Also,
good Knuckle.
speaking of Knuckle, holy crap! I am excited for Near Cryptic.
Yeah, that one's
Ooh.
like that one's kind of
Ooh.
been brewing for I don't even know. Like ever since Nia kind of just was like, yeah, I'm gonna hunt. Like just been creeping up on Cryptic and Wild Canyon, but now he has the crown. So if there's ever a way to settle it, then this is it.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
I
Mhm.
I really wonder what's going to happen there.
Yeah, and we're gonna
Um,
aim to have identical RNG. I believe is the objective, but it's just gonna be interesting to see the hunting movement because two of just the top guys in that sort of space. It'll be great.
yeah, no, they're both amazing at the stage. I I really am looking forward to that one. Um, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then Rev for you, what's gonna be top of the line viewing?
Nixer and refrag, yeah. Like I saw a bit of SST, and I definitely saw the grand finals, and that was fucking awesome. And
Mhm.
I hope they pull something like that off again.
Yeah, the ones that I remember, I'm trying to remember. It was obviously there was that one I think where Nixer was on world record pace, and then there was the other one where Refrag got his win, and God, yeah, it was just it was as if like they both just leveled up for that one event, and I'm hoping that we get
Yeah,
some
it's
more
like
of
they
those.
were synced. Like I remember specifically like them being synced in Skydeck. It was fucking
Oh yeah, yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's so late too. Like so
Yeah.
many things have to have happened already.
Gonna be a banger. But yeah, anything else?
No, I mean I don't I don't play any other video
You play
games,
one
man.
video game, and it's
Sonic
you
06.
play two video games, and they're the same
And they're
video
both
game.
Sonic 06.
Well, there we go. But yeah, I ask this question each time, but to both of you, if you can pick any players, any category, any game, what's your dream rival battles out there right now? I'll ask you first, Rev.
I'm gonna keep echoing fucking Nick versus Flub and Sonic.
I've
I feel like
I've tried.
We are not getting Nick out of retirement. I'm
My
sorry.
man is busy. What can I say?
The man is
it's like
perpetually busy.
I feel like I could be close to Flub-ish soon, but it's like even if
Kinda.
I get a 55, which I'm close to 55, I have a 56-14. But he's got a 54. There's another minute there.
Well, we're
Yeah.
not. We know Flub ain't unbeatable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Sure.
We can see it. We can see it. But I'm gonna need you to pick something that's not involving Nick, unfortunately, because
My
my
second
man
answer
is.
was Nick versus Maddie in last story.
Come on, anything. Just like spin a wheel and pick a random runner. Anything will do. Nick is in limbo.
uh, I
You
don't
can do
know,
it.
man.
You can
I
do
mean,
it.
Shadow, something in Shadow NCW would be sick because it's like the only main category that we haven't had a rival battle for, despite the fact that like tournament. And, I mean, there's literally like 4 people you could pick for a Shadow
There
rival
you go.
battle.
Drum versus Aura. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's just like Lab, me, Drum, and Aura are just like all around the same level.
There
Me
you go.
versus Maddie in Shadow NCW.
Oh,
There
and
you go.
Matty, yeah, because he hasn't submitted his fucking PB.
Oh, I see Flub finally submitted. Let's go.
Yeah, we had to. Sly and I had to bully him to do it.
Hooray.
No, it wasn't just you. It
No,
was
it
me.
was it was you and two.
I saw it uploaded and Diva DM'd me. I'm like, I'm gonna wait a couple days because I don't think he's gonna submit it.
Lab anxiously waiting to change his Twitter bio.
That's not the story. And then Flub and I just happen to be in VC and the topic comes up. I'm like, oh, you have best known time. I have record. You have best known time.
Well, there we go.
And thus he submitted to SOC.
There we go. And peace was restored to the Flub Nation.
Yep.
It's true.
And then same question for you, Lab. What's your dream matchup at the moment?
Not involving myself. I would love to see Scoob Broby and Sonic again. That
Could
would
be
be so sick.
interesting. Could be very interesting.
Last time it happened, it was so close. I think Broby might pull away a little bit because Broby things. But if Scoob and Broby are like at the same level they were, I think it'd be extremely close. Throw Spacebar in there too for pool of names for Sonic Story.
I know Scoop's got
they're all
GSA coming
around.
up. So
Yeah.
or ESA rather. But
Yeah, ESA, yeah.
There'll be practice for sure.
Yeah, he'll be practiced.
That could be an interesting one, yeah. Scoop and Broby.
They've battled it out, and it came within seconds both times.
And Scoop's won both of his games so far, so
I think so.
He's beaten
Oh no,
Mimic.
not in the tournament. I think he went 2-1 Broby in the mini SST.
Oh yeah, no, he did. So he lost to Broby in
Grands.
I see. Yeah, that could be.
But it was only, but by very slim margins.
Oh,
so I feel like that would be either that or Soup Spacebar.
Soup Spacebar, interesting.
Any one of those 4 people against another of any one of those 4 people would be a great match.
Superior Spacebar would be insane. Actually, I'd love to see that one because they're right next to each other. I know they went up against each other.
They did, and they want a rematch. I know this.
That could be big.
That could be big. Maybe after Summit, Soup will just drop some time into Sonic Story again, and who knows? Maybe we might have a match in our hands.
We might. There's stuff to cook there.
It is cooking.
I look forward to that. If we do indeed cook. But for now, we have cooked here today, and we will continue to cook later on. Cooking all around. But is there any final message that you've got, Lab, for Rev before we face off in this rival battle?
Keep in mind you could win this. You really could, honestly.
Yeah.
And not just because of Silver. Being Silver, You could just outplay me. So,
it'll really depend on what Lady Luck has in store for both of us.
That and just how we're feeling that day.
Yeah. It's like, I really hope I don't go into it and I'm just like, oh fuck, I can't hit ETTs.
Yeah, sometimes that just happens.
Some days you just can't run Silver.
Yeah, no, it's like, sorry, I can't. Goodbye, stream.
Is there any final message from you, Rev, to Lab? I was about to say Rev to Labrys. I was like, that's not a person.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I'm going to say the same thing because it's like recently you've been kind of like, I felt like Doomer energy where it's just like, I can't keep up with your ILs, but you definitely can. You definitely have the ability to.
Oh.
And there
wholesome.
We go. Very wholesome.
Epic wholesome
now
Sacer
fight.
moments.
Anyway.
That's the play.
But there we go. So, yeah, we're looking forward to this one. We'll see it live on Sacer on June 9th. You can catch it early on Sacer 2 on June 8th, I believe. So that'll be pretty fun to watch. The good thing about this is that this interview is going to be going out after the Sacer Direct, so we can sit here. I was going to say we can complain, but I don't want to insult the guy. I'm sure he's very busy, but we can wait longer for Pete Capella to send us his cameo.
Yeah, I know, that'd be so sick.
I hope it happens, because he said he'd get it done today. We'll find out. But that'll be it.
Like,
go on. What are you saying?
It's like 2:30 right now.
Yeah, he's got time.
Wait, where does Pete Capella live? Let's
Can we dox Pete Capella?
Pete Capella location. He's from New Jersey. He's been
So it's like
No, so
3:30.
it's 3:30.
Okay,
running out of time,
so-
Pete.
It sounds like a threat. You're running out of time, Pete.
The clock's ticking, Pete. Well, there we go. That'll wrap us up here. So don't forget to come back and catch us on June the 9th for Rival Battles 4. It's going to be a real great one. It's going to be Labrys against Rev. It's going to be Nixer against Refrag and a whole host of other great matches. We look forward to seeing you all there. Lab and Rev, is there anything you want to say before we sign off? I don't think we get copyright striked for that, so that's good.
No, we don't.
No.
It's crispy enough so that we don't, so that's good. But there we go.
Thank God.
That'll be us all sorted. Don't go anywhere, gamers, or go somewhere because you've got like a couple of days. In fact, I recommend you go somewhere. Don't sit here and wait. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.
So true.